Joe, can you talk to me about numbers? I know in your speech you said that here in Ontario that 1.9 million of us have a disability, and just about the overall importance of hiring someone with a disability.
Sure, yeah. Well, when you think about 1.9 million Ontarians, that's 1 in 7 people. But when you also add to that their family members and close relations, it's over 50% of the population has some direct connection to disability and cares about this issue. But people with disabilities face the highest unemployment rates of any demographic in the country. Statistics Canada says it's 49%, but we know that the people that are not attached to the labor market, people who have given up trying to get a job or who have never had a job, if we added all those people, we're talking 70 or 75% unemployment for people with disabilities.
And tell me just about the overall impact of hiring someone with a disability from a business sense and a morale sense as well.
Oh yeah, well there's lots of evidence that it's really a good thing for business to do and that it's really beneficial to the bottom line. There's been study after study, and there's case examples of businesses all across Canada and the US that are showing that people with disabilities are more loyal than dedicated, have less absenteeism, have lower turnover, have greater productivity, innovation skills. You know, the problem solving that someone with a disability has is totally different than anybody else on the team who doesn't have a disability. And all that contributes to better productivity, lower costs, and better bottom line for businesses.
With that in mind, here locally in Windsor and Essex, we're lagging severely behind when it comes to employing individuals with disabilities, with 70% of that population either unemployed or discouraged from looking for work entirely and out of the workforce. So what's the key to reversing that trend? I went searching for answers on Wednesday during the Rotary Club of Windsor St. Clair's Rotary at Work event as they searched for different avenues to put people with disabilities back to work. And tell me, I know that here in Windsor and Essex we have an unseemly high unemployment rate for people with disabilities. So tell me about the importance and what can the city do to better incorporate people or develop a business climate where hiring people with disabilities is more accepted.
Sure. Well, government has a really important role to play, and it's in a leadership capacity. So if you think about your municipality here in Windsor, if they hire people with disabilities, first of all, it's people who live in the community. The municipality has a broad workforce with great variety of opportunities, from parks and recreation to, you know, public works to office and administration and police and fire and ambulance and library. Huge variety of work. But what we see in other communities where the municipality's taken a leadership role, that it's just a lot more evident to the rest of the business community, and it gives them a lot more credibility when they look to the business community and say, you know what, we do this, you should do it too. So it has a really big impact from a leadership perspective.
I know you said in your speech that you're surprised about how many folks with a disability are unemployed here in Windsor and Essex. So how can the city here in Windsor and Essex use Sarnia as a model?
Well, very simply, they can look at student hiring. We've had over 60 students in the city of 75,000 in the last 4 years hired who are challenged. And it continues to grow. Now the county beside us is part of that, and we have other agencies doing the same thing along with the private sector. So the city has to show leadership. And at the end of this month, I'll be sending out across the province 2 mayors and councils the new Mayor's Challenge, which will give them the opportunity to see how simple it is and how good it is for their community if they do so.
You know, having Bradley within the fire service really isn't about Bradley's Disabilities. It's about bringing another employee into the workplace who could perform very specialized tasks and duties that we need done every single day.
And tell me about how it's boosted morale within the fire department, having Bradley as a part of your staff.
Well, I think the first part you need to understand is Bradley's personality is probably the biggest influence. Everybody falls in love with Bradley 10 minutes after they meet him, right, bud?
Good.
Yes. Bradley is interested in them, so automatically they become interested in Bradley. And so I think that's the first part. I don't really know that it has anything to do with the challenges Bradley has, but it has more to do with Bradley fits in because Bradley does exactly what they do, maybe just sometimes in a different way.
And tell me, Bradley, about your experience at the fire department. How are you enjoying your experience?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
You're learning a lot, right?
Very a lot.
And you're having a great time.
Yeah.
He has fun every day, don't
Have
he?
fun
I
every day.
have a feeling he does, absolutely.
Yeah.
And finally, Chief, can you just tell me how this experience has changed things for you from a management perspective? What would be your message to the business community who may be interested or looking to hire someone with a disability?
Well, I can tell you as a leader and a manager of an organization that now has incorporated an individual who has some challenges, that you have nothing to worry about in terms of how they will be accepted by your staff. You have nothing to worry about if you match their skills and abilities with the job that you need done. And it'll even help them as managers in terms of dealing with staff who are already in the workplace that maybe don't have challenges as compared to what Bradley has faced most of his life.
Reporting from the Caboto Club for the YouTube News Blitz, I'm Kevin McShan.